You are listening to 88.7 FM, KSPC Claremont. It is now time for the Video Game Music Show. That's right, this is the Video Game Music Show here on KSPC. For the next 2 hours, I'll be playing your favorite video game music, all the way from the early days of the Nintendo Entertainment System, all the way up to the modern systems such as the Nintendo Switch 2, the PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series. Anything from the handheld systems, including the original Nintendo Game Boy, all the way up to the Nintendo 3DS and the PlayStation Vita. Anything from the arcades, anything that's related to video game music, including chiptunes, DJ remixes, and video game cover bands. Wow. This is a live show, so if you got a request, the number is 909-626-KSPC. If you want to email me, my email address is thevideogamemusicshow@gmail.com. You can look me up on Instagram. I am at DJ SysOp. You can look me up on Facebook. Just do a search for The Video Game Music Show. There's a link there to join the Video Game Music Show's Discord channel. And links to everything I just mentioned, including the Discord, if you just go to kspc.org and then click on the show name, The Video Game Music Show, and there'll be links there to all the socials. And please join the Discord channel. Send me your requests. That's how most people do it. And it's always fun to chat with other chatters in the Discord channel throughout the week. And yeah, it's definitely good times. Also, I want to invite everyone to join the KSPC Spinitron chat room. Just go to kspc.org, click on Last Played in the upper right-hand corner of the website, and then click Join Chat in the chat box. I'll have that opened up as soon as I get off the mic. But yeah, let's get to the music. We got a lot of requests and a lot of great requests, so let's just get to it. Here is something from Pokemon Red and Blue, so here we go.
Super Mario Compact Disco.
We'll return after these messages.
First the Pac-Man eats through a maze of dots. Then the Pac-Man heads for the corner spots. Then he eats his fill of a power pill. And then all those ghosts turn blue. Boo! And Pac-Man eats them all too.
Only Atari makes the Pac-Man home video game, and you can only play it on an Atari video game system.
Have you played Atari today?
The Integrated Development Initiative is a Pomona-based environmental justice organization that works with businesses and institutions, including the Claremont colleges, to redistribute leftovers and minimize food waste. Through their community composting and gardening program, they transport compost to local farmers within the Inland Empire. instead of trucking it to large-scale compost lots in the desert.
These compost lots are often sited near residential areas, presenting a health hazard, and serve as a major source of harmful methane emissions. The Integrative Development Initiative also operates the Food Cycle Collective, a volunteer-supported resource distribution program for people living on the streets. Distribution trips take place on Sunday afternoons every week. To learn more about their programs or to get involved, visit www.gettoknowidi.org.
As an intelligent consumer, I wanted to compare Atari asteroids with other companies' asteroids. But other companies don't make asteroids. I wanted to compare Atari Missile Command with other companies' missile commands. But other companies don't make that either. Finally, I wanted to compare the new Atari Warlords. Unfortunately, other companies don't make it. When it comes to the video games the world wants most, nobody compares to Atari.
Hi, my name's Alani. You're listening to KSPC, Claremont.
Alrighty then. Welcome back. Let me tell you what we were listening to. We heard two tracks from Super Mario Compact Disco. The tracks were, the first one was Mario and Yoshi, and the other one was King of the Koopas, featuring MC Mario. Both excellent tracks. And those are by request from our good friend Kentucky Fried Monkey Eggs off the Video Game Music Show's Discord channel. Before that, we heard from Odin Sphere with Storming Battlefields, second movement. And that was by request from Alan off the Video Game Music Show's Discord channel. Before that, we heard a Sega Genesis remix of John Williams' Superman theme, also by request from Alan. Starting off the set, we heard from Pokemon Red and Blue, and the name of the track is called Route 1. Yes, Route 1. Lo-Fi Leah remix. And that was by request from, I think it's supposed to be Ruby, off the Discord channel. So good times, great requests. And as Indu72 says, plenty of jelly. Yes. All right, you are listening to the Video Game Music Show here on KSPC at 88.7 FM. You can listen to the live webcast streaming at kspc.org. If you want to join the KSPC Spinningtron chat room fun, just go to kspc.org. Click on Last Played in the upper right-hand corner of the website and join chat. And shout outs to people in the chat room right now. I see Indu72. I see Fried Monkey Eggs. I see Zoot, Rinda, Nicole, Pikachu, OG07, Dr. Nurse 89, and is that it? Gachapon is also in there, and who else? I think that's it. I think people are still maybe a little bit hungover from the 4th of July. So, but that's all right. If you want to join the KSPC Spinningtron chat room, just go to kspc.org. Click on Last Played in the upper right-hand corner of the website, and then click Join Chat in the chat box. It's good times. Trust me. You trust me, right? All right, let's get to our first retro block for the night, and this one's by request from my good buddy Benjamin in Mission Viejo. I always look forward to his phone calls. Quite clever. And he wants to hear Maniac Mansion off the NES. So it's kind of a lengthy soundtrack, so I'm only going to play just a few tracks off of Maniac Mansion off the NES. And here we go.
We'll return after these messages.
Six great issues plus 6 free strategy guides on a hot new game. That's twice the power for still $15. Wow! Call now. Get the power.
Love listening to our rad KSPC DJs? Wish you could tell them that they're just the bee's knees? If a show is live, you can actually chat with the DJ while they're on air. Head on over to kspc.org/listen and click on the show that's playing now. There will be a Spinatron chat box where you can send the DJ encouragement, request a song, or thank them for having a really awesome show. Remember, whether the chat is open or closed is at the DJ's discretion, and always remain respectful and in accordance with KSPC's mission. Happy chatting!
This is Zordon calling the Power Rangers. Beware! Rita Repulsa and her evil henchmen are out to destroy all of you in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Super NES. Fight your way through 7 incredible levels of non-stop action. To win, you'll have to morph into a Power Ranger and overcome obstacles. Swim through underground waterways, crawl through dark caverns, even do battle as the mighty Megazord.
Let's kick it!
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers video game for your Super Nintendo Entertainment System from Bandai.
KSPC Claremont.
the end of the first quarter of the 21st century, beginning with a large-scale military coup d'etat that erupted in various cities throughout the nation. Freedom was dead in America. However, one final hope in opposing the coup d'etat forces remained. This final hope being the U.S. President himself.
Achievements in the 21st century. This is the climax.
Huh? Show me what you got.
Or are you a chicken?
It's time to party. I'll smash it faster than a Florida recount.
Wow! Want to take down all 1.5 million soldiers in the U.S. military?
Let me ask you one last thing. What do you want on your tombstone? What do you want it to say, huh, Michael?
Whoa, Mr. President. Talk about a welcome reception.
Richard!
Mr. President, it looks like this party is just getting started. That's quite a gentlemanly landing, sir, befitting only of a U.S. president.
Full speed ahead.
I'm with you all the way, Mr. President.
Now time to take back the last piece of ground.
Of course. You know where that is.
The White House.
House.
This is like starring in John Ford's My Darling Clementine. Wanna find out who gets to play Wyatt Earp?
Let's mop this area up, ASAP. Yeah, let's get some chill. Make junk food out of it, Mr. President.
Hey, hey, hey! Bingo!
Should I call your mommy, Michael?
Richard!
What do you stand for, Michael? Be certain of your death here and now. Now, come at me with all your body and soul. Die!
That's pointless, Mr. President.
Nothing is pointless. And the reason is because I'm the president of the great United States of America. Take America back. Yeah! I've always made the impossible possible. And I'm gonna keep on doing so.
Way to go, Mr. President. No one can stop you now.
These incapable pigs are eating this nation alive. The death of these freeloaders, leaving only the capable behind, will help me create a new nation. And watch those worms wiggle in pain.
Make him sing in a rain of gunfire.
I won't lose to that false prophet. Believe in your own justice.
The best medicine for that kind of headache is pumping it full of a heavy dose of lead.
All right. Woo! All right. Still 4th of July weekend, right? Yes, America. Let me tell you what we were listening to. We just heard from Fallout with Metal Wolf Chaos. And that was by request from One Punk Army off the Video Game Music Show's Discord channel. Before that, we heard from Cruisin' USA with the main theme. And that was by request from Gachapon, also off the Discord channel. Before that, we heard from Street Fighter 2 with Guile's theme. And that was by request from Vizo off the Discord channel. And then before that, we heard from America 8-Bit with Ramstein. And that was by request from Blood Panda 86, also off the Video Game Music Show's Discord channel. So a lot of good stuff. And then starting off the set, we heard from Maniac Mansion, Retro Block off the NES by Benjamin. So, all right, good stuff. Great music. Let me tell you, the band Booked Reading Group meet every third Sunday from 2 to 3:30 p.m. and will be reading materials that have been historically challenged by the American Library Association's current challenge list. The West Los Angeles Regional Branch Library is located at 11360 Santa Monica Boulevard. For more information, just call 310-575-8323. All right. You are listening to the Video Game Music Show here in KSPC at 88.7 FM. You can listen to the live webcast streaming at kspc.org. And we're having good times over here. And we're going to continue with the music, the video game music. I'm going to skip doing the retro block. I usually do a retro block right about now, but I'm going to skip that because I got a lot of requests. And I want to make sure I get to everyone's requests tonight. Actually, I try to do that every night. Every time I do this show. So anyways, let's just keep going with requests. And here is something from Metal Wolf Chaos. So here we go.
Ugh. It really smells like
KSPC Claremont, 88.7 FM.
in here.
Come on, Bubba. Let's play some Bubble Bobble. Yeah!
We'll return after these messages.
The Defender sees lots of alien ships. The Defender sees lots of radar blips. Every blip is a ship.
Watch this, I got this, Captain.
On a body snatching trip. And it's up to Defender to save them. Defender, a great Atari game.
Have you played Defender? It's the newest of the smash hit home video games that just keep coming. Only from Atari.
He's better than me.
Have you played Atari today?
Child's Play tries to alleviate the boredom of children in hospitals by providing them with video games and other toys. They work with over 140 hospitals and use financial donations to buy new video game consoles and toys. They also provide wish lists from the kids at specific hospitals, allowing donors to send specific toys directly. To get involved, donate, or learn more, visit www.childsplaycharity.org.
This new magic game is mine now. Mine! And that goody-goody prince who created it will never get it back. I'll name it Dragonfire. See that puny prince sneak across the bridge? That's my Dragonfire. I'll never let the treasure be taken by that goody-goody namby-pamby. Hey! Underhanded, sneaky little...
Imagic's Dragonfire is for Atari 2600 and in television.
Hi, my name is Evie. When I want to listen to good music, I turn on KSPC Claremont.
Alrighty then. All right, that last Atari commercial sounded a lot like Skeletor. It probably was. The voice of Skeletor, at least, but I love all those old Atari commercials. I actually remember some of those. Anyways, let me tell you what we were listening to. We just heard from Tokyo Extreme Racer 3. The name of the track is called New Beat, and that was by request from Blood Panda 86 off the Video Game Music Show's Discord channel. Before that, we heard from an OC remix from DJ Pretzel with Hillbilly Rodeo of Bubble Bobble, which was pretty awesome. And that was by request from Dr. Nurse 89, also off the Discord channel. Before that, we heard an 8-bit of Ash Like Snow, which I think is a Famicom game. And this was by request from Green Knight off the Discord channel. Before that, we heard from WWF Royal Rumble off the Sega Genesis with the Hulk Hogan theme. Real American. Still doing 4th of July music here, so that's pretty cool. That one's by request from Pulsar Engine off the Video Game Music Show. No. That was by Gachapon off the Video Game Music Show's Discord channel. Before that, we heard from Xeno Saga Episode 1 with Omega. And that was by request from Pulsar Engine. Before that, I think we're all caught up. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we're all caught up. If you want to see tonight's playlist, just go to kspc.org and just click on Last Played. You'll see everything that I played on tonight's show. All right, because I got to move on and get to the requests. All right, OG07 also remembers those old Atari commercials, man. Yeah, that was a long time ago. And everyone in the chat room is being pretty awesome. A lot of requests for Video Game Music Show, 3-hour show. Maybe someday. I know I've done those in the past, but we'll try to make it happen again. Hopefully soon. And Just Fave says, do a 5-hour video game music show here. So I don't know. Randy here on KSPC, he kind of does shows 5 hours long. So if he can do it, maybe I can too. But we'll see. Anyways, we're going to continue with the music, and we're going to do our next retro block, and this is going to come off the NES game Life Force. So here we go. I hope you enjoyed that retro block of Life Force. Alan in the chat room says, what's the difference between Life Force and Gradius? They seem extremely similar. They are. Life Force is a spin-off of Gradius. The game is also known as Salamander, and I think that's what it's called in Japan. And then in the United States, it's called Life Force, but it is related to Gradius. Also made by Konami. Game was released in 1986. So there you go. All right, I also got to tell you, KSPC is proud to support our community by bringing you messages and announcements from local organizations and events. We are always looking to add new ones to our rotation, so if you have a message you think the community should hear on the air, please tell us at cm@kspc.org. We look forward to hearing from you. Yes. All right. You are listening to the Video Game Music Show here on KSPC at 88.7 FM. You can listen to live webcast streaming at kspc.org. And Indu72 in the chat room says, just tell us jelly. So much jelly in the Spinnytron chat room. It's unbelievable. Anyways, we're going to continue with the music. And we still got a lot of requests, so let's just get to it. Here is something from 8-Bit Chiptunes, Stars and Stripes Forever. So more 4th of July music. So here we go.
KSPC Claremont.
legend rising from the gates of time. Now all feel the magic of the Master Sword. Magical land of Hyrule, a hero feared by all ghosts and ghouls, with the power to save us from Ganon's dark force tonight. Fighting through the overworld fast as lightning, with the thunder and rain behind him, to the castle to crush the evil demon's wrath tonight. For the Twilight Princess and the evil priestess, for the lost treasure chest.
Come on and jump up in the air. Jump without a care. Jump up 'cause you know that I'll be there. And if you find it full of joy, don't forget there. Don't feel I'll run up for. So go on, straighten up your cap. Let your toes begin to tap. This rhythm is a powerful truth. Don't forget you're the superstar. No one else can make it this far. Let's do the Odyssey. Here we go, here we go, here we go. It's freedom life. This rhythm is a power true. Don't forget you're the superstar. No one else can make it this far. Let's do the Odyssey. You could say my heart is off to you.
Alrighty then. Well, that's it for me. Another fun-filled edition of the Video Game Music Show has came and went. Thanks for all the calls and thanks for all the requests. I do appreciate it. We got a lot today, and that's always awesome. Don't forget, you can email me. My email address is thevideogamemusicshow@gmail.com. You can look me up on Instagram. I am at DJ SysOp. You can look me up on Facebook. Just do a search for the Video Game Music Show. There's a link there to join the Video Game Music Show's Discord channel. And of course, there's links to all the socials I've just mentioned. If you just go to kspc.org, click on the show name. That's the Video Game Music Show. And there's links to everything there, including the Discord channel. And I hope you join that. And it's the easiest way to send me your requests and to chat with other chatters. It's always a good time, that's for sure. Don't forget, this show will rebroadcast tomorrow mornings. That's Monday mornings from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. If you're not awake that early, you can listen to the show at any time. If you just go to the Spinitron Arc player, and the show will be up for the next 2 weeks from the original broadcast date, and that goes for all the shows here on KSPC. And that's it. Once again, thanks for listening to the Video Game Music Show. Tune in every Sunday at 5 p.m. for the Video Game Music Show right here on KSPC. I'm DJ SysOp, signing off.
Till next time, everybody, do the Mario! Do the Mario! Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario. Take one step and then again. Let's do the Mario all together now. You got it! It's the Mario! Do the Mario! Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario. Take one step and then again. Let's do the Mario all together now. Come on now, just like that. Do the Mario. Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario. Take one step and then again. Let's do